Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Allow me to present the budget we executed for financial year 2023, starting from January to September 2023. The approved budget for this financial year up to that point was 119,495,000. The actual expenditure from it was 55,500,466,064. Pray for your indulgence, because we all have copies of this document. If we should say we have to go through everything, we'll consume a lot of time here. So I advise we flip on the papers as we go. You see it on the board or look at the paper, they are there. We have activities, the approved budget, then the actual expenditure. You will see where you can make any comment or whatever you want to clarify. You should go through all those comments if you consider that. Yes? But the total down here is what? 245,000 that we spent as what? They have out of the approved budget. Now, I want you to turn onto the deliverables for 2023. That is the key deliverables. One, we develop a comprehensive policy. We are developing a comprehensive policy position. Guidelines for Sierra Leone. Then, what we achieved out of that was comprehensive policy position was implemented. Number two, implementation of the recommendations of the management and functional review. Some recommendations of the management and functional review were implemented. The third one, enactment of the Foreign Service Act. Indeed, the final draft of the Foreign Service bill is submitted to the Ministry of Justice for review before it could be taken to Parliament for ratification, for the final ratification. We also decided to undertake a comprehensive infrastructure development plan for Sierra Leone's diplomatic representation abroad. Post-qualification still is in progress as far as that is concerned. Well, we didn't stop at that. We have other key deliverables. We developed and implement demand-driven training programs and capacity building. Out of those, we achieved what? Career diplomats were trained in foreign languages, French, Chinese, and Spanish. We also secured overseas training opportunities for foreign service officers and staff of other NDAs. And the sixth one, we completed the construction, we decided to complete the construction and operationalization of the Foreign Service Academy. Of course, we achieved the Foreign Service Academy is completed and presently operationalized. Number seven, we decided to promote and facilitate the launch of and campaign for Sierra Leone's bid for a seat in the non-permanent category of the United Nations Security Council. I'm proud to say here, the non-permanent seat was secured with an overwhelming majority, as my Acting Director General said. Lastly, we decided to complete the ambassador's residence in Ethiopia. Indeed, it has been completed and occupied by the ambassador. The annex building is still pending, though. But there were some challenges in doing all this. If we go to the challenges, you'll find out that there was what? Positive and untimely provision of funds. Two, human capacity gaps as a result of the moratorium on recruitment also was another challenge. There was also what we call weak coordination among MDAs. Because in a sense, when it comes to some of those things, people start making judgment. Oh, what of this? What's happening to foreign affairs? There were a lot of interpretations, but we thank God we surmount some of those difficulties. There was also a cumbersome legal process in passage of bills. We experience that and we keep experiencing it, especially when it comes to some of those bills for it to gain ascension at our parliament. Then, other charges for overseas missions are not remitted by the Ministry of Finance on time. Although, indeed, they've been very supportive and we need to applaud them for the service they've been rendering. In spite of some of those difficulties, it's not really there. We can understand. Then there is always an unrealistic ceiling given to the foreign ministry. Ceiling in the sense, much of the budget that is given to us as a ministry, they are constrained in the sense, we know the kind of problem they are having with what? The dollar and the euro relationship, especially when it comes to inflation now. So there are times when the budget is given, say we give $10 million or 10 million euros. What happens? Before the end of the year, it will come up to 15 million or more when it comes to implementation. Now, let us come to our revenue for 2024, what we are asking for. The source of revenue, we have our consular fees, which if you go back to the document, you'll see what is given there. But we want to project it that what we got this year for 2023, the revenue is about 457,856 euros, 84 United States dollars. We are projecting it that this year we might go up to $800,000. Then we also talk about the Foreign Service Academy fees and rents. For 2023, we had 85,000 new euros in our account presently, but we are projecting that also to 420,000 new euros in 2024. Of course, donations from partners, we didn't put them here, but we can, we'll come to it. For 2024, we have a strategic plan, which I would want you to please listen and be attentive in analyzing it. And if you allow us to work with it, I think the foreign ministry will be one of the best in the sub-region. Enactment of the Foreign Service Bill will be one of the deliverables. There we are thinking about successful incorporate operationalization of Sierra Leone tenure from 2024 to 2025 in the UN Security Council. Thirdly, we want to undertake a comprehensive infrastructure development plan for Sierra Leone's diplomatic representation abroad. Number 4, we want to overhaul the ICT infrastructure for the digitalization of systems and processes. We also would want to broaden Sierra Leone's diplomatic and international political representation. We also want to be proactive in leadership of C10, EU Committee of 10 for the reform of the United Nations Security Council. In the effort to doing this, we are craving on the indulgence of this House for support when it comes to spending. For administrative and support services, we have what we want here, that's about 19,769,200 euros. Notwithstanding, we have so many other breakdowns here, which are briefly we work on. We work towards it as they are on the board, and I'll feel very honored if really this is accepted and worked upon as we go along. Then we also looked at what? The rents for foreign missions, provision of furniture and equipment for foreign missions, coordination of system and support increase. All this will total up to a grand total of 304,765,333 euros 30 cents. That is our expected expenditure. What I would encourage everyone here to do, please flip in your paper, in your booklet. You will see everything there written, and because of time, some of us have to go to the mosque to pray. And I wouldn't want to go into all this so that we won't sit here for long and make you bored. So, on this note, if we go to page 29, you will see the budget ceiling. The current expenditure, that is 206,724,920 euros that was given to us as a budget ceiling. But we are proposing expenditure of 306,765,333 euros. Excess over ceiling, that is 98,040,900,000. That's the excess. We are appealing to this House to join us in accepting this budget. If this is accepted, we have no fear to tell this House that in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, we do a lot that will surprise the nation. I want to thank you, and I'll turn the time to the floor and to the